you say something, Roland?
I was going to comment on that dark thing left of lasers. See the corals in a row, the yellow one's just in front of it. To the left of the white patch, left of lasers.
Yeah, I'm ready to call on a move. We're pretty stretched
go
out.
ahead.
Bridge RV nav. Ready for another ship move. 30 meters, bearing 240 degrees, 0.2 knots.
Let's come in on this guy.
Good copy.
I agree. That's that soft coral, I think.
Partial.
So the current's coming from my port now. This is crazy.
You know, just to keep the thrusters equally worked out.
All right, come on out. Now I have to redo all of my control loops. I'm backing up a little bit, so I'm not tugging you.
Something.
I just came down a little bit too.
There's a coral at the bottom of the screen. Also, there's a sponge in the top left corner of the screen next to the black thing.
It's off screen now, Roland. Sorry.
Nope, it was at the top. Now it's off screen.
Who thinks there
I wonder if there's anything under that overhang.
Pilots, can we take a look?
Coming down.
Oh, no.
No.
I mean,
Wow.
there's not nothing. There's just no fish.
You don't know that yet.
Coming
No,
down.
there's hiding.
There's no fish. There are no fish. But there are lots
There's
of...
one little guy.
Oh,
Ha!
Fish.
Okay, so it wasn't really the fish I was looking for, but did it just go
disappeared.
into the rock?
He's still there. Left edge.
He's camouflaged himself.
He's attached himself to that. Upside down.
All right, come on in. He's a rock climber. Seen a few of these guys.
Like Trantheus?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Do you want a fun fact about fish eyes? We're zoomed in on this guy.
Yes, we would.
See how
Cup coral at the bottom.
Oh,
oblong, excuse me, the pupil is sort of oblong, not round like ours?
yeah.
Yeah, so I think the way they call it is that they have what's called an aphakic space, and the way fish that have binocular vision actually focus at different focal distances is they have to move their lenses back and forth. And having an oblong pupil like that allows that to occur. The lens will move forward and backwards so that they can focus at different lengths to see their prey. Whereas we do it very differently. We actually change the shape of our lens with muscles to accommodate different focal distances. So it's just something whenever I look at fish like this, I look at their eyes and you can get kind of an idea of whether they have binocular vision or not. This fish clearly does.
How do you know that, Chris? Where have you picked up all of these facts from?
I guess I used to be a fish guy, but I guess I drifted around a bit in
Ended up on
physiology
sponges.
and other things.
So are all these little, like cup-shaped, cone-shaped things, are they all barnacles?
Yeah, so they look like dead barnacle shells.
So Nav, what is the plan for how we're going to get around this shoal?
On the way up, probably just move north.
Okay.
That's my initial plan.
I'll look for the cup coral underneath.
currents are kind of coming from about 30 degrees now. They've been changing on me. I'm trying to keep track of them. So they're off our
Do you wanna
port
zoom on the
side.
coral?
So you want to have the ship change heading or lateral that way?
I was going to say lateral that way.
Okay. Which way is the ship doesn't have a lot of lateral force. So which way are your winds coming out of?
We're facing the winds.
Okay.
Winds off the bow right now.
Okay. How much distance do they need to make north before they can go ahead safely?
Let's find out here. Depends if the currents change. I'll just have them start moving straight north, I think, once you guys start pulling
Could
up.
we zoom on this coral
Talk
that's
to
coming
Dive
right
Super,
to
see what he
center
wants to
right
do.
now? I think it's the first time we've seen this one. Or we saw it before,
That's
but
what
it's the
I'm
first time
thinking
we
right
zoomed in on one of these.
Do you want to zoom in on the fish that's out of frame first, or do you want to zoom right in on the coral?
I didn't see the
Well,
fish.
there was a
There's
fish at the- yeah, it was at the
It
top
might
of
be
the
good
frame.
to document this coral, actually.
Okay. Pilot, can we zoom in on the coral?
All right, video, come on in.
You're pretty far out. Getting closer before I do.
Looks like we have about 4 minutes left on the dive. You guys want to do another move, or would you like to call it here for today?
Well, stand by for one.
So this coral has a camatulid crinoid living on top of it. And this coral is likely primnoid, identified by Chris Kelly, a Calyptrophora pileata, he thinks.
Partial.
Hey, come in tight.
Yeah, so I went to species on this, although I'm not sure they even are over here. That's what they are in Hawaii, and this is a bit shallower than the pileata gets in Hawaii, but actually it's about the same depth. But I went to that ID because it has a very distinctive morphology, and if you just go to Calyptrophora, that isn't really informative. But here it's lyrate, and there's some other things that differentiate it from some of the other Calyptrophora. So if it's not pileata, it's pretty close.
Is that max?
It is max. We're about a meter off.
Yep. Science, do you want a closer view of that?
Sorry, of the coral.
Yes.
No, I think Chris was pretty. Oh no, okay. Well, Chris had gone to species, but then Tina and Asako have said that they wouldn't gone to species, and
Pulling out.
Whee!
it should be. It's fine. Thank you, pilot.
Yeah, I mean, it's not hard for me to get closer.
Okay, well if you can,
Yeah.
go ahead.
So thank you so much to those of you who have followed along with us today. We've been diving at this FDM bank, and we've seen all sorts of interesting things today. It was a very shallow dive. We started at 500 meters, and we came all the way up to about 250 meters. For us, that's extremely shallow. And we've seen all sorts of interesting fish. We saw several different types of coral than we've regularly seen, including soft corals. And we got to be impressed by the
Eggs?
carbonate geology.
What is that thing?
Some kind of, you can see something other.
It's been a really, really great dive.
I'm not sure.
I think we're really looking forward to the samples that we're bringing up as well.
Drifting in. It's now inside your. Toes.
Yeah.
Is that a nudibranch?
I don't know.
Can we focus on the black? Is that max zoom?
It is. Max zoom.
What is it?
Okay. Thank you, pilots. That's great.
All right, when you're ready, Roland.
Pilots, we got about 1 minute. We should, then we'll pack up.
Yep. That sounds great.
And shore-based science team,
So if you
please
wanna start
remember,
stowing the
as
swing
soon as
arms,
we pull off the
you
bottom,
don't need
we'll
to
have
really
our call
ramp up
about
much.
5 minutes afterwards.
And the upper
So either feel
ones,
free to hang out on the line
you can
or
just
call back in just a few
stow.
minutes.
and tilt up. You don't necessarily, you're not going to be able to see them. You can look at them from
See 'em in line.
from your view. But those you can't really damage other than going too fast.
Turn me off.
All right.
So
So stowed is all the way. Yep, that way, and then stow. That one's stowed. All right, and
just do
lowers.
both uppers right
Do both
now.
uppers.
Yeah.
Aye.
Yep, keep going. Yep. All right.
Yep.
Now the lowers, you have to bring them outboard. So if you do the starboard one,
All right, starboard first.
you got to bring it all the way right,
All the
and you
way.
want to make sure you have a view on it. These, depending on where the arms are, you can actually damage. So
Okay. So coming all the way right.
come on in, Roland. Yep.
All right,
And then
you're all the way
stow,
right.
and they're kind of snappy, so ramp up nice and slow. They go from like nothing to,
Yeah. Wow, that was
Yep.
like nothing. Okay.
yep. And then same thing on port, but you're gonna go to the left instead of to the right.
Okay. So
All right, come on out, Roland.
all right, all the way left.
That was a great final zoom of a fish.
Yep. And then stow.
And stow. Just think about hitting the button.
Just sort of like walk it up. There you go. Nice.
All
Okay.
right, stowed. Pour it back. Let me scooch in the drawer while I got it up.
Scooch in and then retract both firebox pins.
All right, drawer closed. Port retract.
So shore-based science team,
Starboard retract.
can you tell me how the telecon
Alright.
sounds to you right now?
All right, so
Spinning down hydraulics.
Yep.
And then it looks like we are well set up to just let me turn away from you.
yeah, you want
Something,
to turn to
great.
your
To my port.
Not
vehicle.
great. Is
Yep.
that the right word?
You ready
Yep.
for me to go that way or you want to come up with it?
No, go ahead.
Copy that. Coming around the port.
All right. Well, shore-based science team, as soon as we come off the bottom, which should be in the next few minutes, we'll give ourselves a few-minute break. and then we will have a chat, and hopefully we will be able to hear each other.
Right now, you
I
sound
think we're gonna be
perfectly
going
clear,
north,
so hopefully it will
if
stay
you
that
wanna
way.
keep-
Great.
I might,
keep turning.
if I go north, I can
Maybe we'll
fight
make it
the
a 3-minute
currents
break then, so that
less
we can be assured
if
of
I
having a
come
decent
more west
telecon.
of north. Be easier on the ship.
Well, let's start coming up.
So
All right, starting to come up. I'm still in auto head. Let me know when I should disable that.
You can maintain that for right now.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
All right, starting up.
Yeah, let me catch up to you a little bit
Okay.
first.
Holding.
Alright, can start
Starting up.
slowly coming up.
Slowly up high.